All right, breaking right now, we are watching a tornado-warned storm. This is Shenandoah, Iowa, the rotation just east of the town of Shenandoah. And storm tracker Brett Adair, this is his live feed coming out of his vehicle. So you can see the dark skies there. A lot of heavy rain with this one.
Yeah,
so it's possible they may not actually see a tornado if there is one.
Yeah, well, that certainly may be the case, whether it be with this storm that we're tracking here, the storm tracker Brett Adair is following, or future storms. Rain-wrapped tornado, always a concern and a possibility. Don't see anything notable from that viewpoint, but look at Omaha.
Wow.
Now, Omaha, we're not under a tornado warning, but look at the rain.
Yeah.
Heavy rainfall, and flash flooding is going to be an issue here this evening for the rush hour home.
Right, they are under the flash flood watch. Temperatures cool here, so Omaha's kind of on the cusp into that cooler sector already.
Yep.
The reason why they're not going to be under that tornado threat, but boy, you just go a couple of miles south and east of Omaha, and you could be in that zone. If you had sunshine this afternoon, you know you're in that zone.
And Des Moines, that would be a city to watch out for by dinner time tonight. We'll see these storms head up that way. So tracking it all on radar and really diving in deep. Let's go to our storm specialist, Chris Warren.
And Chris, I want to pick up on what you just said there about Des Moines. And a heads up for Des Moines, you're well within the red where we think there's going to be some severe weather. There's a tornado watch for you. But to Chris's point here, this is Des Moines, and take a look at the storms and just have your eyes kind of connect the dots. Which direction are these storms going? And some of the worst storms are out ahead of the main area of rain. And if these hold together or more developed, yes, it does look like Des Moines. You're only a couple of counties away from some pretty nasty weather and a couple more away from a tornado warning right now. This tornado warning that is currently in effect is for parts of Page County, the northern part of the county. Still seeing a little bit of a hook right in here. You see that hook with the air coming in right there, and you have that little bit of a notch with this tornado warning, and there is still some rotation, some of that counterclockwise rotation, seeing the radar showing, the Doppler radar showing the winds going toward and away from the radar. So you get that idea there's likely some spin within this storm. If it does hold together, we can see tracking it out. It is going to continue to head in the north, kind of east-northeasterly direction. Yorktown, Hepburn, these cities, anyway, I can't pronounce them right here. But let's take a look at the areas here where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch. It's in effect until 10 o'clock for parts of Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri. This does include Des Moines. And see the winds coming in one direction here, a little bit higher up. The blue's the surface, a little bit higher up going in that direction, around 5,000 feet. That's the wind shear and the tendency for the air to want to spin. You can kind of see that here as well. Some of the higher clouds moving in this direction, pretty much a west to east situation. And then below that, the small little puffy clouds going at the, not quite at the surface, but in the very lower side of the atmosphere, going from south to north. So there's your wind shear right there. And that combined with the instability, there's a lot of different ingredients we look at for the possibility for some strong storms and potentially tornadoes, and there's a lot of checks going off right now. The possibility for some of these storms here also exists from slightly more possible here in that darker red shade, which does include central Kansas all the way over through central Michigan and even into portions of New York. And this includes Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Utica, up to Saranac Lake as well. And there is a severe thunderstorm warning for the north side of Buffalo as those strong storms coming over Lake Ontario right now, about to get over Niagara Falls. And then eventually, once it gets into the United States, here's Canada right here. Once it gets into the U.S., there is that severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for this storm, Jackie, that is on the way into the U.S.
All right, we're also tracking the heat, another big story that we're following. We've had a number of records broken today, not just daily records, but also all-time warmest temperature records for the entire month of October. So this is really significant and helps to put it into perspective how unusual it is to see temperatures this warm this late in the year. So all the cities that you see listed here, you've hit record highs today and you've hit your record warmest October temperature. 95 in Louisville, 95 in Chattanooga, Cincinnati around 94. These aren't official. They'll become official probably just after 5 o'clock. Indianapolis, I know, I just got a tweet from the National Weather Service out of Indianapolis saying they hit 92 between hours. So you have achieved it. So congratulations to everybody who's done that today. Tomorrow, a good possibility of more records in many of these same cities. And those of you that didn't quite hit your all-time record high for October may get there tomorrow. A few of us got some clouds. There were a few spotty thunderstorms that helped cool a couple of spots, but really incredible. This heat will continue through most of the rest of the week, but a break is on the way for the weekend and especially next week.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance, and chances are SelectQuote can help you get it for less than $1 a day.
SelectQuote found Jacob 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife Wendy a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop up to 10 highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates.
We found Gary, 35, a $1 million policy for only $22 a month.
Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
Call 1-800-304-3321 or go to SelectQuote.com now and get the insurance your family needs.
At a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Hi, Phil Swift here for the Flex Seal family of products. Now, all the strength of original Flex Seal is available in portable, powerful minis. From the toughest jobs to a simple repair, Flex Minis are always there. Now with Flex Minis, you can grab and go. Plus, they're freaking adorable. Whether it's Flex Tape, Flex Glue, or Flex Seal, imagine everything you could do with Flex Minis.
When you're looking for answers, it's good to have help, because the right information at the right time may make all the difference. At Humana, we know that's especially true when you're looking for a Medicare supplement insurance plan. That's why we're offering 7 things every Medicare supplement should have. It's yours free, just for calling the number on your screen. And when you call, a knowledgeable licensed agent producer can answer any questions you have and help you choose the plan that's right for you. The call is free and there's no obligation. You see, Medicare covers only about 80% of your Part B medical expenses. The rest is up to you. That's why so many people purchase Medicare supplement insurance plans like those offered by Humana. They're designed to help you save money and pay some of the costs Medicare doesn't. Depending on the Medicare supplement plan you select, you could have no deductibles or copayments for doctor visits, hospital stays, emergency care, and more. You can keep the doctors you have now, ones you know and trust, with no referrals needed. Plus, you can get medical care anywhere in the country, even when you're traveling. With Humana, you get a competitive monthly premium and personalized service from a healthcare partner working to make healthcare simpler and easier for you. You can choose from a wide range of standardized plans. Each one is designed to work seamlessly with Medicare and help save you money. So how do you find the plan that's right for you? One that fits your needs and your budget. Call Humana now at the number on your screen for this free guide. It's just one of the ways that Humana is making healthcare simpler. And when you call, a knowledgeable licensed agent producer can answer any questions you have and help you choose the plan that's right for you. The call is free and there's no obligation. You know Medicare won't cover all your medical costs, so call now and see why a Medicare supplement plan from a company like Humana just might be the answer.
Right now on Weather Underground, a tornado watch across 4 states in the Midwest and Plains.
And we are tracking severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, the potential for tornadoes. So see who's at risk right now and in the hours to come.
But the biggest threat overnight is actually flooding. We're going to show you where the risk of heavy downpours and flash flooding is increasing for days.
And newly released video of flash flooding in Arizona. See the tense moments as the rescue of an elderly man plays out on body cam.
And after weeks and weeks of relentless record heat, is the real arrival of fall finally here? I'm going to tell you who's in store for a long-awaited and much-needed cool down.
Plus, now that the calendar has turned to October, we recount the worst October hurricanes and where we're watching for potential development in days and weeks ahead.
And 1 month after Hurricane Dorian, see the story of a California man using his drone to help rescue stranded animals. from devastated areas in the northwestern Bahamas. It's all next on Weather Underground.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight. This is Weather Underground. I'm Mike Bettis.
And I'm Alex Wilson. Welcome to Hot-tober. It's a lot like Hot-tember.
And then August.
And then there was Hot July.
Yeah,
Hot
seems like it's
June.
been never. We're all looking forward to January, I think.
It's been a real problem. Parts of the country today hit highs more than 20 degrees above average. Plenty of them setting records as well. We got more on that in just a moment. But first, we got to talk about the flood threat across the Central Plains.
Plenty of areas here that extend from the Central Plains all the way up into the Great Lakes here. So, we urge you to really be careful. This is a wide extent of issues that we're going to see here. So please be aware of it and how many areas could see high water as a result of big storms that are producing 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour. A place like Omaha, very wet. Minneapolis, we're soaked right now. And there are a lot more storms to talk about this evening, including opportunities for severe weather that could produce tornadoes. All right, let's get right to it. Show you what's happening this evening, because for many of you, you need to be heads up because of severe thunderstorms and of tornadoes. There's a look at the storms all over Omaha right now rolling their way into western Iowa. A tornado warning in effect here. This is just now outside of Shenandoah here, so Page County is under a tornado warning till 4:15. This could come right across, say, a Highway 34, maybe right at Highway 34 and 71 tonight, maybe going right north of Clarinda here. You can see a little bit of rotation right in this area, right in there where the red and the green are right next to each other. That could be a location where we've got some spin here, and that storm pushing off to the northeast, so a place like Quincy could be in harm's way here, could be there about 4:26 this afternoon. So we're talking about half an hour from now, just under half an hour from now. Storms all around Nebraska City right now, extending back toward Beatrice and toward Paddock as well. A lot of areas here east and west of I-29 have a lot of storms this evening, and any one of them could produce a tornado. Plenty of stormy weather from Grand Rapids over towards, say, Flint tonight. Minneapolis to La Crosse through the UP of Michigan will be very stormy, very wet for us through the evening tonight. And everything is really triggered by this front. Huge contrast in temperatures on each side of this front. 88 in KC, but just 50 in North Platte. 86 in Chicago, but just 52 degrees for us in Minneapolis. There's a lot of instability and a lot of lift in the warm sector south of that front, but you can see how all the storms are really triggered by the front itself. Where do we look for storms through the night tonight? This area highlighted in red, and they're already firing up for us right now, Alex. So the key to this is be aware of the immediate threat, which could be severe thunderstorms and tornadoes, but also be aware that flooding is going to be an ongoing issue through the night.
Flooding could be a real problem. We've got rain ongoing across parts of Nebraska and Kansas, and unfortunately more rain coming for a lot of these areas. So it's going to be piling up, and that means some of the same parts of the country that have dealt with so much flooding already over the past few weeks, months. Since the snow melted, we've been talking about this part of the country getting in on flooding. And there is the flood risk right now coming in across sections of Kansas and Nebraska, where we've got active flash flood warnings. And take a look off towards the south and west. More rain going to work over some of these same areas. We've got rain up through parts of Iowa and Minnesota as well. Now, Omaha, city of Omaha, under a flash flood warning right now. So it's Douglas, it's Potawatomi, and it's Sarpy counties under a flood advisory, I should say, until 6:15. So this is a flood advisory. We're going to be watching those streams, those rivers in the area, Bellevue, Council Bluffs, and Omaha, all possible areas that could have flooding problems. We saw some very heavy rain showers move through. At this point, some lingering, at least light to moderate rain left over.